Hey everyone, my name is Rain. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we will be cash stuffing my Etsy paycheck for December, which is a total of $3,640, and it's the highest one I've had so far. And I just want to say I truly appreciate you guys for your continuous support. Without you guys, this wouldn't have been possible. But let's go ahead and start with my black binder. I was so amazed when I got this paycheck, guys. I did not realize how much I was getting. We are gonna stuff Eat Out, which is getting $25. So that's 20 and a 5. So now Eat Out has 20, 40, 50, 60, and 5. So that's 65. So yeah, I just want to say I really do appreciate you guys. This will definitely help me save more, and I really am so amazed by everyone's support. We are stuffing $100 into extra debt, and if you guys haven't watched my previous video, extra debt is basically to pay off my car. I only have about $8,000 left, so I'm trying to tackle that and pay that off by the end of this year. So $100. So now extra debt has 100, 250, 70, 90, and $300 in extra debt. And that is it for my black binder. Next one's going to be my high priority. We are stuffing medical expenses, which is getting $30. So that's 20 and a 10. So now medical expenses 20, 40, and 50. And I do have my annual checkup in 2 days, and I'm kind of nervous because I haven't been really eating well, and I just hate blood draw. I like doing blood draw. I like putting IVs. I like poking people, but I don't like to be in the receiving end. Medical emergency is getting $10. So now medical emergency has $1,000 in the bank, 10 and 20. So that's 1,020. And then dental is getting skipped. Emergency fund, we are putting in $60. So 60, 50, 60. So now emergency fund has 3,100 in the bank, 50, 220, 40, 50. So that's 3,250 for emergency fund. But yeah, am I the only one who's scared of blood draw? I just don't like it when people poke me and they try to fish for my vein because my veins do roll. So I really don't like pain. We are putting $80 in personal savings. So that's 80, so 50, 70, 80. And this tracker is from Angie's Finance, and my goal is to complete all of these trackers by the end of this year. So now we have 3,100 in the bank, 50, 250, 70, 90, and 300. So that's $3,300 for my personal savings, which will be going to Roth IRA as soon as I complete the 7,000. Car maintenance is actually getting $30, and I have to do my oil change pretty soon, so that's what I'm earning for. So now we have $500 in the bank, 20, 40, and 50. So that's $550 for car maintenance. And then car emergency fund is getting $10. So now car emergency fund has $1,000 in the bank, 10 and 20. So $1,020. And then 6 months ahead is receiving $25. So let's mark this 25. So that's 20 and 5. So now 6 months ahead has 3,000 in the bank, 20, 45, and 50. So that's 3,050 for this envelope. And that is basically it for my high priority, which is so cute. Let's move on to future home. So I actually had my application screening today, and I was so nervous. I didn't know that I was going to have a little interview session. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I answered the questions correctly. Security deposit has $50. So now, it's getting $50. So now security deposit has 2,500, 50, and 600. I cannot talk, so that's 2,600. But yeah, I had my application screening and I had a little interview session at the end, and I was so nervous. I did not know I was gonna get some type of interview, so I was stuttering, and English is like my third language, so I have to think before I speak. And I also like to be prepared for circumstances like this because sometimes when I'm too nervous, I just stutter nonstop and I go in circles when answering questions. Furniture is getting $50, and I'm also getting another interview on Friday with the actual nurse manager on the floor for the unit that I'm trying to work in, which is a cardiopulmonary PCU. I wanted to do ICU, but they did say that I have to do at least 6 months of PCU before I transition to ICU. So furniture has 1,200 in the bank, 5,300, so 1,300. And I don't really mind. I would rather be prepared. And I mean, what's 6 months? And for some of you guys who are not familiar with the medical field, PCU is basically a progressive care unit, which is basically an ICU step down. So patients still need like closer monitoring and care than a regular general floor such as med-surg. But my goal is to do ICU, which is treating critically ill patients needing like life support or like constant physician oversight and kind of like a one-on-one ratio, in the hopes that I can eventually go to school for CRNA, which is basically a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist. Appliances is getting 50, and since I will be putting people to sleep and monitor the vital signs closely, I do need critical experience in order to keep the patient safe under the table. Appliances now has $450 and $500. If that doesn't go well, I'm also okay with being a nurse practitioner. Internet is getting $10. So now internet has 120, 40, 50, so that's 150. But before I start thinking of that, I really have to get out my procrastinating mode and apply for grad school. Moving expenses is getting $10. So now moving expenses has $200 in the bank, 20, 30, 40, 50, so that's $250. But I don't know, guys, it's kind of tough for me right now because I'm not gonna lie, the bachelor's took my brain out. For some reason, writing is not my stronghold, and for bachelor's, it was all essays, APA format, discussion boards, which are my weakness. Utility is getting $5, so now utility has 125.30, so 130. And then household is getting 10. So yeah, while I'm not back in school, I'm just gonna take advantage of that and relax my brain a bit. So now household has 120, 110.20, so that's 120. First home is getting $20. So now first home has 20,000, 2040, so 20,040. And then earnest deposit is getting $5. So now earnest deposit has 105.10, so 110. Oops. And then closing cost is getting $5 as well. So now closing cost has 20, 35, 40, so $40. And then next one is inspection. It will be receiving $5 as well. So now it has 10. And that is pretty much it for this future home binder, which I actually changed. And I put a new dashboard in. So that's how it looks like. Isn't it so cute? Let me just put this away. And then let's move on to my personal / short-term sinking fund binder. So we are stuffing Beauty, which is receiving $20, and I still have to get my hair done. I want to get my hair cut because right now it's just a straight cut, but my hair is down to my waist, almost touching my butt. Beauty now has 220.30, and I haven't had a change since middle school, so I think I'm due for a change or a revamp. Clothes is getting $10. So clothes now has 150, 70, 80, so 180. And then wish list is receiving $15, and I'm still debating whether or not I should get an Aura ring, which is basically a smartwatch. Not smartwatch, a smart ring. The only reason why I'm debating is because I do have an Apple Watch which tracks my heart rate, my steps, which is my main goal. However, with a smart ring, it tracks more than that. It tracks your menstrual cycle, your sleeping pattern, and You can wear it for up to 4 days, which can give you a more accurate data compared to an Apple Watch, because I do have to charge this every night. But I'm not as active as I used to be, so I was thinking, once I'm active and once I have a better routine and I'm more constant, then I will reward myself with an Oura ring. But if I'm not, then unfortunately I won't be buying it. But it is pretty pricey. I think it's about $600 for the gold one, which is the one I want. So until then, I'm just gonna put some money into my wish list. So now it has 350, 60, 70, 350, 65, 70. So it has 370 in wish list. But yeah, hopefully I'm more consistent. We have been running every single night, at least 2 miles, but we used to run at least 4 miles. And I also want to join a marathon run. Stationery is getting $15, so that's 10 and a 5. And I did gain about 10 pounds ever since Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I also want to lose that. Stationery has 10, 20, 35, 40. So we have $40 in stationery. And then Splurge is getting nothing. Mini Trips is receiving $300. We are planning on going on Universal Studios for 3 days on February. So that's why I'm stuffing this. So now Mini Trips has 100, 200, 300, 20, 30. So 330, and my goal is about $500 or $600 because the tickets itself are $350 for one person for 3 days in 3 different parks. And then we have to book for Airbnb still, which I will be taking out of my vacation envelope. And then food is probably another $200. So actually I have to earn more than I thought. Vacation is receiving $60. So we are doing $60. That's a bit too much, isn't it? Actually, we're doing 45. So 20, 45. So now vacation has 1,100, 20, 40, 60, 75, 85. So 1,185 for vacation. And then I'm actually going to put $15 in Mini Trips. So let's put this 10 away, and then let me just grab a 20. So now vacation has 100, 200, 300, 20, 40. So 240 in not vacation, Mini Trips. Sorry about the confusion, guys. And then pre-vacay fun is getting $15. So that's 10 and 15. So now pre-vacay fund has $10, $15, and $20. And then moving on to wedding, it will be receiving just $5. Oops. So now we have $700 in the bank, 5 and 10, so $710. And then education is getting skipped, but rainy day is getting $50, so that's 50. So that's 30 and 20. So now rainy day fund has $500 in the bank, 50, 70, and 80. So that's 580, and hopefully I earn enough. That way when I call out, I have money to compensate for not having a PTO. But that is basically it for my pink binder. Moving on to my family or loved ones binder. And I actually had the chance to decorate this today. How do you guys like it? I think it was very cute. And I also put this dashboard in here, which I currently sell the blue one, but I switched it to green just because I thought it would match the vibe even more. But we are stuffing just one envelope, which is Christmas. I did say I was in the negatives because I ended up buying my cousin some gifts, which is a total of $500. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I will unstuff this off camera. But besides the 5, we still have 50, 75, so $75 in Christmas. And I'm not going to include that because I will be unstuffing that. Oops, if you can just go on. And that is basically it for this binder, which is so cute. I love it so much. Moving on to my savings challenge binder. So let me grab my black marker. So starting with my Melody dessert shop, This is my own savings challenge, which is linked down below. However, my Etsy shop is currently closed at the moment. I am currently working on building more inventories, or well, creating more inventories and also creating new designs, which I probably have to push my opening to February because I haven't been working on any of those at all. I have just been enjoying my little break and procrastinating again. But this savings challenge is receiving $25. So we did, let me see if I'm correct. So 7, 8, and 10. Yes. So I did 7, 8, and 10. And look how cute it is. So that's 25. So now it has 20, 35, and 40. And then we are moving into this Usahana savings from Cloudy Money and my friend. She will be receiving $20. So that's this big number right there, 20. So now it has 20, 35. And then let's move on to Snoopy Sweetheart. This one's from Creative Space, and I love her quality so much, guys. It's so cute. It will be receiving $30. So let's see, this 20 and this 10. So 20, 30. So now it has 20, 30, 45. And I will be using this for Valentine's once it's completed. And then next one is going to be this Korila from Giselle Budgets. It will be receiving $25. So I think I did... Okay, so I did this 2, 8. So 8 plus 8, 16 plus 9 is 25. So 20... I don't have a 5. What happened there? So I'm going to put this 5 down and grab a 10. So now it has $20, $40, and $50. And hopefully I probably did mess up on my denominations because I was missing a 5. But we'll just work along. But that is basically it for my savings challenge. Moving on to my small business binder. I definitely have to pay myself back because I am on negatives on some of this envelopes. So starting with supplies and inventory, I'm putting in $400, but I am unstuffing $250 off camera because I have to pay my savings back. So now it has 100, 200, 300, and 400 minus 250. It's 150 is the actual amount. Equipment is getting 350, and I actually bought myself a new monitor. So 1, 2, 3, 50, because the monitor that I currently have right now is flickering and it keeps turning off randomly. So the monitor that I got is called LG My View, which is a smart monitor. You can turn it into a TV and a monitor, and it has a built-in speaker, which is a plus for me. Equipment now has 100, 200, 350, and hopefully this is enough money. If not, then I'm going to be in the negatives again. Adobe is getting $20, and I definitely have to renew my subscription for this month because I am working on new designs and I have to start drawing as soon as possible. So now Adobe has 20, 40, and 50. And then Canva is receiving $20, which I really did mess up somehow. Let's do 10. So 10, 20. So now Canva has 20, 40, 50, 60. So that's $60 that will be used for my annual subscription, which is due on October. Shipping is getting $50, so that's one single 50, and that is all that it has. However, I will be unstuffing some of this too. P.O. Box is getting $10. So now P.O. Box has 50, 70, and 80. And I think for a 6-month one, it's about 120. Taxes is actually getting a lot of money. It will be receiving $1,090, which I don't know. I messed up somehow, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. Yeah, I messed up. 50, 70, nope. Let's get back to this. And hopefully I can make some changes. Because giveaway is getting $10. So giveaway has 50, 60. And miscellaneous is getting $10, but I don't have any 10. So how can I do this? I have to change one of this 50, and hopefully I have, maybe we can take it off from this. So yeah, so I'm putting in this 50 here and taking out this 220s and a 10, and hopefully that fixed things up a bit. So let's go ahead and move on to miscellaneous, which is getting $10. So now miscellaneous has 10, 25, so $25. And then taxes is getting 1,090. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, and 1,000, 50, 70, 90. And I have an extra 5. So yeah, let me just count this first before I start messing up even more. So now in taxes we have 1,500 in the bank, 600, 700, 800, 900, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2,500, 50, 600, 20, 40. So that's 2,640 in taxes. And I have an extra 10, which I think I'm just gonna put that in. Oops, let me put this away. I'm just going to put that extra 5 back into my vacation binder. Wait, not vacation, mini trips. So now mini trips has 100, 200, 300, 20, 45. So 345. And that is it for this video. I'm so sorry about all the mess, guys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic new year. Take care as always, guys. Bye!